Back at it again, baby, and apparently there's some fishy things going on in the classroom these days. Let's dive in.
Sorry, are we doing Bible studies in classrooms? No, we're not, right? So why is this a certain agenda being pushed into the classrooms? I'm here to bring awareness to the emails that had surfaced earlier.
Watch this mom's fiery speech after a teacher allegedly did a sexual orientation class with an 8-year-old. Oh my goodness. Sexual orientation in class. Why are we talking about that with kids? That is my thing. Like, left, right means nothing to me at this moment in time. Why are we talking about I got to be careful with my words because we on YouTube. Why are we talking about that with students that are at that age? That seems a little bit weird to me. That seems like grooming. Either you're trying to groom them to become a certain someone, or you are somebody who should be thrown underneath a prison. And you guys know what I'm talking about. Obviously, I can't say what I'm talking about because we on YouTube, and YouTube might smack the crap out of this video if I start saying the P word. Okay? You trying to groom these kids, or you the P word? Let me know in the comment section. This is crazy though.
This month, the one I find most disturbing of all is of a third grade teacher trying to talk about sex with 8-year-old students.
This speech occurred at the Glendale Unified School District in California. Oh, California. Says it all. Okay. What wild stuff happens in California?
These are 8-year-old children that she is trying to hold a orientation class with. A parent shared their concern and their objection to it and pulled their kid out. And instead of this teacher being concerned of what she did wrong, she goes to a district employee and asks for ways of how she can continue to teach orientation to her third grade class. You guys want us to believe that this isn't a propaganda, that no agenda is being held? This wasn't just any class. This was specifically designed 3 days a week. She taught LGBTQ curriculum in her class. It raised.
Hold on, wait. Time out. 3 days a week. Not only were you teaching kids that, but you were doing it 3 times a week. Oh my goodness. This stuff like is just disgusting. Somebody call up Elon Musk. We need him to buy all the schools too.
This is the question. How many of those students are excelling in that classroom? Is everybody in that class getting A's in math, English, grammar?
Actually, I bet they are, because she ain't teaching nothing, anything. And if she is, she's just giving them passing grades so she can get right to the BS, the P word stuff.
Social studies, that we can dedicate 3 days a week to teach 8-year-olds about orientation? I don't care what kind of sex is being discussed. The word nudity does not belong in the ears in a classroom of 8-year-old kids.
Right.
And when a parent showed their concern, what does this teacher do? Completely disregards and goes behind the parent's back trying to find ways of how to continue these lesson plans. The level of disrespect that has been shown to Christian conservative parents is becoming very obvious. It's like all of a sudden, just because we don't fit the agenda, we don't fit within the parameters of the agenda that's being pushed, we're being disregarded and pushed to the side. We're not talking about having people excluded. We're talking about the level of uncomfortability that some parents are experiencing. And that's important. Because if you guys want to talk about including...
I would love to hear, what is the reasoning for teaching kids what she's teaching them 3 days a week? What good excuse do you have for teaching kids that? I would love to hear this teacher. I hope she says the teacher's name. I'm sure at some point she probably says the teacher's name, but I would love to look up her Twitter or something and figure out, why do you feel the need to do this 3 days a week? Like, it's bad enough to even bring it up to your students. That's that's bad enough. But you've gone beyond that. You've added it to your curriculum 3 times a week. You teaching them more about that than you are about stuff that actually matters. Sheesh.
All, listening to all, important. Because if you guys want to talk about including all, listening to all, every student matters, our kids matter too. And we don't want those subjects being taught to children who are just 8 years old. And the topics get worse and worse, and the subjects get more detailed. And I'm sorry, are we doing Bible studies in classrooms? No, we're not, right? So why is this a certain agenda being pushed into the classrooms? But if we don't take a stand and we don't share our voice, they're just going to sweep this under the rug. Why should a parent overhear her 8-year-old kid being taught about?
Mrs. Tiber says, "Good morning, Sally and Craig. As you know, I teach."
Mrs. Tiber?
Mrs. Tiber says, "Good morning, Sally and Craig. As you know, I teach 3rd grade. Today, I talked to my class about LGBTQ Pride Month and played 2 short videos from YouTube that were geared toward kids. A parent who heard the lesson and discussion made her daughter leave the Zoom and texted me asking when I was done discussing sexual orientation so that she can let her kids back onto Zoom. I was planning on doing more lessons tomorrow and Wednesday, but now I'm afraid to." After sending the email, Mrs. Tiber received a response from Mr. Craig Lewis, part of district staff, that said, "Do not be concerned or afraid. Your principal should support you, as I know that our district, including Vivian, does," end quote. This district staffer goes even further and gives more media recommendations to the teacher, but says to steer clear of content that says or coming out, since it may raise red flags. In other words, coaching this teacher on proven methods to push her agenda, but to stay under the radar. Immediately after the release of...
They trying to get slick. Don't mess with people's kids. You gonna really piss some people off? And let me tell you something. I'm not advocating for any type of violence, but when you start messing with people's kids, you can unleash the wrath. You can unlock something in some folks, and you ain't gonna know what happened to you. Okay? The fact that you went behind their back, first off, to try to teach their kids about something that is irrelevant for an 8-year-old 3 times a week. Then you went behind their back and tried to figure out a way that for you to continue doing it. Oh, well, don't say this word or that word, because they might hear you say these words, so you gotta teach it covertly. Which lets me know that you know that you're wrong. The fact that you feel like you have to do it covertly, or I need to change my language, lets me know that you know you are wrong. In my mind, y'all let me know how you feel in the comment section, but my logic tells me when somebody thinks to themselves, oh, I have to say this stuff covertly, so if somebody hears me, I don't get in trouble, they know that they're wrong. But maybe, hey, listen, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comment section. This is crazy.
This teacher on proven methods to push her agenda, but to stay under the radar. Immediately after the release of this email chain, the parents at Jefferson Elementary who have had Ms. Tiber as their child's teacher reached out to the principal and demanded answers. Why is gender and
Ms. Tiber
issues being taught to 8-year-olds to begin with? With the tremendous loss of learning our children experienced the past 2 years, coupled with the already dismal reading and math performance scores of public schools, why are teachers taking away precious learning time to push their own political and social agendas? In what realm should 8-year-olds...
And that was another thing too. I believe I want to say that I read something that said that America is falling behind in terms of student academics, in terms of like test scores for students and things. You guys can let me know in the comment section if that was correct. I don't remember where I saw it or where I read it. It's been a little while, but if that is true, the fact that you are throwing this stuff in, it just stacking up. Like it was bad enough that you did it. Then it was worse that you did it 3 times a week. Then it was worse that you went behind the back. You know what I mean? The stuff, it's just piling up at this point. It's ridiculous.
Taking away precious learning time to push their own political and social agendas. In what realm should 8-year-olds be discussing topics around transgenderism, lesbian, gay, queer, and coming out? All words which were repeated many times in these videos. As a parent, I demand an investigation into this matter, the teacher, and the district as a whole. The lid has been flipped, and the level of systemic indoctrination is abhorrent.
Excuse me? Elon Musk? Yeah, listen, I need you to do something else for me. There's some schools here in America. Listen, I know you took a trip back to Africa, but I need you to come back now. Come quick. We need help. I need you to purchase all of the schools in America It's getting crazy. Yeah, listen, I don't know. All right, I appreciate you. I'll see you when you get here. All right, bye. All right, Elon, he took a trip back home, back to Africa, and he's on his way back though, so we're all good. He's gonna purchase all the schools, and we'll be fine. We'll be fine. All seriousness though, and as a new parent, obviously my daughter isn't anywhere near the age of going to school, but if schools are like this, she ain't going to them. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. If you're wasting time to teach kids, 8-year-old kids, mind you, about something that is meaningless, Miss Tiber, whatever her name is, why am I even sending them to school? I'll just teach them myself. If that's the case. Can't be too difficult if you have enough time to waste time teaching this three times a week. I'll teach it 3 days a week and be good. Hey, go have fun the rest of the week. They only teach the kids in school twice a week. The other 3 days they be talking about some other stuff. So you gonna be ahead of them. I'm not ridiculous, am I? I can't be. No, you should be talking to kids about that topic. That just is what it is. But anyway, y'all let me know what you thought about it in the comment section below. Like, share, comment, and of course, hit the subscribe button before you go. Sheesh, I'm out.